A tiny pebble in a pond? The pebble disappears in a second, but the ripples spread out endlessly. Now imagine, what if you were that pebble? What if one small action by one person could ripple across the entire planet? Hi everyone, I'm 12 years old, and like many children, I used to think I'm too small to make a difference. But now I know small things can make a big impact. When I was younger, climate change felt like this huge, scary monster. It was everywhere in the news, in science books, in YouTube videos. Melting glaciers, burning forests, dying animals. And I used to wonder, I'm just one kid. What can I possibly do about this? But then I heard a story and it changed how I see everything. So, there was a young man in Mumbai named Afroz Shah. One day, he looked at a beach near his home. It was covered in plastic. Most people just complained, but Afroz rolled up his sleeves and started picking up trash. For weeks, he did it by himself. Then, one person joined. Then 10, then hundreds. Over the time, they removed more than 20 kilograms of garbage. And guess what? After 28 years, sea turtles returned to lay eggs on that beach again. One man, one action, one ripple. That's the power of small things. I'm also so fascinated in science, especially in quantum physics. It says that the smallest particle, smaller than atoms, can change the behavior of the entire system. In the quantum world, small isn't weak, it's mighty. And I realized the same is true for us humans. Each one of us is like a quantum particle in the universe. Our tiny actions multiplied a billions of times can transform our planet. Take Greta Thunberg, for example. She was just 15 when she sat outside the Swedish parliament with the cardboard sign saying, "School strike for climate." One girl, one voice, one sign. And within months, millions of students around the world joined her to demand action. Her small action became a global roar. She didn't wait for someone older, richer, or powerful. She just started. That's when I realized change doesn't begin with authority, it begins with audacity. In Kenya, there was a woman named Wangari Maathai. She noticed forests disappearing, rivers drying, and people suffering. So she planted a single tree, then another, then thousands. Her small act grew into the Green Belt movement, and over her lifetime, she helped plant over 50 million trees. She said, "It's the little things that citizens do. That's what makes the difference." She even won the Nobel Peace Prize for planting trees. That's the proof that small things can change the world. Now, I'm not Greta or Wangari. No, not yet. But I started making my own ripples. At home, I saw how much food waste we threw away. So I convinced my parents to start composting. Now, our garden blooms with flowers and lawns nourished by our own compost. I also stopped buying plastic bottles. I carry my metal one everywhere. At first, people laughed. What difference will this make? But small habits inspire others. Now, even my neighbors have started composting too. See how ripples spread? But here's something that we often forget: climate change isn't only about saving trees or turning off lights, it's also about how we behave as citizens. When we litter in streets, waste water, or leave garbage behind, we are silently adding into the climate problem. But when we show civic sense, like using the bins, keeping our surroundings clean, and respecting public spaces, we reduce pollution, save resources, and inspire responsibility. Good civic habits may seem small, but they protect our planet every single day. So, maybe fighting climate change may also start as simple as not throwing that wrapper out of the bus window. That's the real test of citizenship: doing the right thing, even when no one's watching. When one domino falls, it pushes the next. That's how change works. When one kid recycles, others copy. When one family saves energy, the neighbors notice. When one citizen acts responsibly, the whole community improves. That's the quantum planet effect. Small actions by millions of ordinary people can create an extraordinary change. Let me share a few more real life ripples. In Ladakh, Sonam Wanchak, an engineer, built artificial glaciers called the Ice 2 Pass for farmers to store water. His small invention is now helping thousands. In Indonesia, Melati and Isabel, two teenage sisters, have started bye bye plastic bags. Now, Bali has banned plastic bags. Thanks to them. In Chennai, kids organized rainwater harvesting drives, saving millions of liters of water every single year. Small steps to big shifts. Change doesn't always need a superhero, it sometimes needs a citizen who cares. So, here's my challenge for you. What is your one small thing? Can you plant a tree? Walk or cycle once a week instead of driving? Carry your own reusable bag? Keep your surroundings clean. These might look tiny, but imagine 8 billion people doing this. That's 8 billion quantum actions. That's when revolution starts. When I think of the future, I do not see fear, I see possibility. I see classrooms filled with inventors, dreamers, and citizens who care enough to act, even in small ways. Because, just like in the quantum world, in our world, small doesn't mean powerless, it means potential. So, next time you think you're too small to make a difference, just remember this: a drop can start a ripple, a spark can start a fire, and one person, you, can start a movement. That's the real test of citizenship: doing the right thing even when no one's watching. Because small things make a big impact. Thank you.